All right, so I got a treat. I'm working my way up the ladder in the state. I've interviewed some wildlife managers and stuff, but this is Sabin Adams. Sabin Adams is with Pheasants Forever. What's your actual title?
I'm the Minnesota State Coordinator.
Okay, so you oversee basically everything in the state for PF.
For the most part.
And Quail Forever.
Yeah, we're Pheasants Forever and Quail Forever officially.
So for those that don't know, that aren't a part of it, what is Pheasants Forever?
Pheasants Forever, we are a nonprofit organization comprised of, I think we have 72 chapters in Minnesota right now. So a whole bunch of volunteers, as well as our staff, and we are mission driven to conserve pheasants, quail, and other wildlife, and people's access to that wildlife.
And how did you get to be where you are today? Like, how did you go to school for natural resources, or?
Yep, I actually went to college in Bemidji, Minnesota, for biology.
Bemidji State.
Bemidji State, okay. Go Beavers.
Yeah, I got a friend I work with from Bemidji State as well. So
yep, we had great wildlife school up there. And I did that. Then I worked for DNR for a little bit, and then I was looking for a full-time job, and Pheasants Forever had an opening in the town that I grew up in, across the road from my high school, for a Farm Bill wildlife biologist, one of the positions that we still hold now. And I took that job working on private land conservation alongside NRCS and Soil and Water Conservation District there. Did that for a number of years, and then started working on public land stuff, and just been climbing, and all of a sudden I find myself as a state coordinator.
Okay, so day to day, what's your job look like?
Right now, as state coordinator, my job is mostly overseeing a team of people doing the conservation work of Pheasants Forever in Minnesota. And so we've kind of got a couple different branches. We've got a private lands team that is working primarily, as I mentioned, farm bill biologists, grazing specialists, fire coordinator, doing work with private landowners to do conservation on their land. We also have a team of public land staff that are doing restoration and enhancement on public lands, as well as the acquisition of public lands. And so we buy roughly anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 acres of land annually that we are donating to the Minnesota DNR or the Fish and Wildlife Service to become public hunting land, publicly accessible land, and wildlife habitat.
Yeah, and that's kind of a balancing act too. You want not only habitat, but getting hunters access to that habitat provides value to the hunter as well. The person that pays for their membership to PF and for their license taxes and everything, having access to that walk-in access is something you guys promote as well. That's a really big aspect of what you do, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge part of why people join Pheasants Forever and support Pheasants Forever, especially in this state. People want places to go out and enjoy the wildlife. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to know that it's out there. It's another thing to be able to interact and go out and have the experience of being with wildlife. And so providing public access is part of our mission. It's a big thing we do here.
Is there an area of the state that you guys have as a kind of a high priority for increasing habitat?
So pretty much the entire pheasant range of the state, and a little further north, we have a great partnership with the Minnesota Prairie Chicken Society.
Mm-hmm. Up in my neck of the woods.
Yes. Yep. And so pretty much everywhere where there's prairie habitat and opportunity for public access to expand, we're looking to work there. But we do a lot of work in areas where we have very active chapters. A lot of people in the conservation sphere know Nobles County Pheasants Forever and Scott Rawl, their leader down there, for all of the work that they've done. We've done tons of land acquisitions there. There's a base of people who love pheasants, love pheasant hunting, love public land. So we do a lot of work there. I'd say the same thing for counties like Candy Ojai, like Ottertail County. We do a lot of good work in places where we have great chapters.
That's great. So we're here talking about ducks and the decline in duck habitat. In your opinion, whether it's personal or work related, what is your opinion? What's our greatest need to keep duck hunting, to keep duck populations in Minnesota increasing?
This weekend at this duck summit, I think the challenging part for all of us is to recognize the number of variables that are impacting duck numbers in general, continentally, but also in this state. And I think all of the variables are part of this equation, whether that's hunting pressure, whether that's season dates, whether that's harvest limits, whatever the thing is. But, with Pheasants Forever and my own personal belief in this is a lot of those things are very nuanced and hard to control, but we can make investments into habitat and access that are going to be lasting for not just waterfowl, but for all manner of wildlife. And so that's where my focus is how do we make more habitat and more access?
Okay, great. I appreciate it. And we're getting the cookie room cleared out here, so we're going to get started. But last question before, I still have you. What's your greatest day of bird hunting of your life? And it doesn't have to be ducks. I know you're an upland guy. What day, when I asked you that question, stands out?
Gosh, I could sit here for forever trying to think about that.
Yeah.
But as maybe cliche as it might be, and I do a lot of upland bird hunting, but this past fall, my son and I went out and we put out a goose spread on youth duck opener and didn't have a single goose come in. We had one drake wood duck come in, and my son shot that drake, and then he sat and just held that drake and looked at it in awe of the thing that he had done. And I don't know if that's is my greatest day ever, but it's pretty good.
Everybody I've asked that question to, it's never, we limited out so quick. It's always a special moment.
It was one drake wood duck.
I appreciate your time. Thanks, Sabin.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.